Hello everyone, my name is Vivek Kumar and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Siksha Sarthi. Today we are going to talk about the chapter 4.2.1 of National Curriculum Framework 2022 Foundational Stage. Basically, chapter 4.2 is all about planning for teaching. And in today's video, we'll discuss what are the suggested components of a teaching plan that a teacher should, use and include in his or her plan. And second, there is a concept which is called Panchaadi. So what does it mean and how it has to be used in the classroom? So we'll talk about these two components. Now, why it is very, very important, the planning for teaching, because it is carried out with the intention, with the objective of helping children to be able to learn the new skills, concepts, knowledge, and this has to be done in a very systematic and well planned manner so that the students they are able to understand and finally apply the concept, skills, or knowledge. So planning has been considered as the most crucial and central idea for good teaching. Planning for teaching includes the construction and organization of all the tasks that has to be performed in the classroom, whether by the teacher or by the students. Tasks must be based on the competencies and the outcomes that are supposed to be achieved, the pedagogy to be followed, resources and assessments to be used. Planning also includes support activities for the children for their home assignments, maybe for the activities and display which they have to do in the classroom. A teacher may plan for the whole academic year, the entire academic year. She may plan it for a term, maybe planning for a week, for a day, and obviously for a particular lesson or topic. So we'll see what are the components which have been suggested in the National Curriculum Framework 2022. So the components are like, the first one is competencies, learning outcomes, and intended lesson objectives. We have already seen the competencies, developmental domain wise, the competencies. And every competency has 5 stages of learning outcomes. So while teaching a particular concept, we are talking about the foundational stage. While teaching about a particular concept, idea, or skills or knowledge, the teacher should mention in his lesson plan the competencies that she is, at the end of the stage would be able to achieve, the learning outcomes and the intended lesson objectives. The next that she needs to mention in her plan, whether it is teacher directed or the activities are teacher guided and or child led activities. So whether children will be doing it on their own, the teacher would be guiding, or will it be as per the directions given by the teachers. The next is, what would be the sequence of the activities if there are more than one activities, and the duration of each activity that has to be done in the classroom or outside the classroom. The next thing that she has to mention is the content. So what kind of content and material she would be using during the activities or making the students to use during the activities. Maybe the handout, maybe the handwritten, maybe something written on the whiteboard or blackboard, maybe a PPT or anything else, a video, audio file, whatever. So how the classroom arrangements, will be done. The classroom will be arranged so that it suits to the activities that would be performed in the classroom. Specific strategies, very very important for those children who need extra help, those who slow learner, because there is no learner. There is always maybe a slow learner, maybe a fast learner. So children, they learn at their own pace. So any strategy for the children, those who are slow learner, maybe those who are special children, maybe those who are disabled children. So, what would be the methods of assessment after doing the activities to see whether the students, they have achieved, they have understood what they were supposed to uh, to do or understand or not? So, methods of assessment: assessment of learning, assessment for learning. Both the formative and summative can be done here. So that has to be listed. So the next, these are the some of the I would say the recommended uh, components of a good teaching plan, which teachers are supposed to be, they're expected to follow while making the lesson plan. The next one is a very important concept. It is basically a part of the component of teaching plan, but yes, this is a 5-step learning process, and that's why it is called Panchaadi. Panch means 5, so Panchaadi, 5-step learning process. So we see it from the bottom left, Aditi, which means introduction. This is the first step in the process of learning. Second step आता है बोध, which is means concept. आपको बोध होना, किसी चीज का concept होना. Third comes is abhyas, which definitely means practice. Next is prayog, means application. And the fifth one, the highest one in the process of learning, is the prasar, which is the expansion. So Aditi, Bodh, Abhyas, Prayog, Prasar. Introduction, concept, practice, application, expansion. These are the 5 steps of learning process called Panchadi. Now what does Aditi means introduction means? As this is the first step, the teacher will introduce a new concept or topic. But while introducing any concept or topic, she will ensure that she has established that connection, with the student's prior knowledge, if it is required. And when the teacher will introduce, students on the other side will pay attention and gather the relevant required information regarding the about the new topic. They may do so by asking questions, by doing some activities with materials, or any activity suggested by the teacher. So this is about introduction of the concept, where teacher will explain and the students may ask something, may do some activity to understand. Second comes is both, which is the conceptual understanding. So students try to understand the core concepts, of that particular idea or the skill knowledge, with the help of play-based activities, inquiry, experiments, discussion, or maybe through reading, doing it through charts, diagrams, and so on. The teacher during the second step of learning process will observe the process, the activities done by the children, and if required, she will guide them. The third step is practice. Once the students, they have understood the concept, to strengthen their understanding and skills, they need to do a range of activities, a range of tasks from the point of view of practice over the concept. So this may be done in a group work, may be done in a pair work, may be done in small projects, may be done through any other, do and learn activities. The fourth stage is prayog, means application. It is very very important, because if the students, they have understood the concept appropriately in the right proper manner, then only they could apply their understanding. So this also can be achieved, can be done through various activities, to see whether students, they are able to apply the concept, their understanding, which they have obtained during the first 3 stages. And then the finally comes is prasar, which is expansion. Now, this is very, very important. Probably for the first time, we are, you know, listening. We are going to talk about the prasar, which has been discussed in NCF 2022. It's about spreading the knowledge that a person has obtained, the person has gained through conversations with friends, through these stories, through singing new songs, reading new books, playing new games with each other. For each and every new topic that the students will learn, there should be a neural pathway, which is normally is created in our brain. And if we share the knowledge, if we share it with others, the knowledge or the understanding strengthens. So a neural pathway is incomplete if we do not teach, do not share what we have learned. So teaching makes learning clear and long lasting. So something which you have understood, make others to understand through conversation, through stories, through explanation, through demonstration, through sharing. So these are the 5 stages which are called Panchaadi, Aditi, Bodh, Abhyas, Prayag, Prasar. So Aditi is the first stage, Prasar is the last step of this learning process. I hope I have made a sense with this concept, and thank you so much. I would request you to like, subscribe, and share the channel Siksha Sarthi. Thank you.